Hey everybody. Hey. Come on in, come on in. I am just here in the craft basement and I'm just gonna do some just like free flow crafting creating tonight. So I'm inviting you to come on and join the ride with me. Why not? Um, so hey Craft Tribe, tag somebody. I have no idea what my hair is doing. It was a wash and go kind of day. Um, But tag somebody, tell them to come on and join the fun. We're going to just free craft. And I'll tell you why that's important in a minute. But hey, Craft Tribe. All right, so I am always looking for ways to relax and calm myself and like come down after a day. Crafting is almost always that. Well, not almost always, but crafting is that for me a lot. and um, so tonight people always ask me and say, hey, what's your favorite thing to craft? What's your least favorite thing to craft? And I always say my least favorite thing to do is painting. I don't know why. It's like I'm just not that good at it. You know, I used to be a baker and I used to hate doing all those little intricate cartoon characters for birthday cakes. I don't know. Maybe I'm not really an artist. Maybe that's it. So I said, well, you know what? I'm going to visit this painting thing again, see if it's just, I need to give it a little more love. So let's do it. Let's craft. All right. Hey everybody. So you can't see me because we're about to craft, and so we're in my production area. but so as I was going through my craft supplies, mind you, if you're just getting here, this is just like a free flow crafting session where I'm just gonna do something just because crafting is relaxing and help me get my mind off the world. As I was going through my craft supplies, I did find stuff that I've painted in the past. I remember I was on this kick for a while where I wanted to like paint like 100 of these little tiles and then be the decoration on my wall. So, I mean, at one point in time, all these meant something to me. I don't really remember. I remember, guess this one reminds me, I did this after In Living Color thing. But they all at some point, I thought I was going to write like a story on the back, you know, and I don't know, it just never came to fruition. But I painted all these tiles, like I did like 30 of them. I mean, some of them are better than others because this one is definitely better than God, whatever this is. Some of them are fun, you know, whatever. So I enjoyed it enough to do like 30 some of these. So that's what we're going to do tonight. And I don't really have a plan. I have this little paper that I use that I'm going to roll out here. Let's use this side. Just to kind of protect my surface. And like I said, I don't really have a plan. I'm just going to create and see what comes. See what comes out of it. So join me. If you want to join in painting, get you a piece of paper. It don't have to be, you know, don't have to be this. Turn some music on. I don't have my music on right now because I ain't. Oh, good Lord. See, that's what happens with free crafting. You realize that your brush still had green paint on it. I'm just going to wet my canvas a little bit. This one clearly had some brown or something on it previously. Oh, wow. And it is disintegrating right before my eyes. This is an example of why not to use the cheap brushes. I love this though. You all can see that crafting is not perfect. Artists don't come to their table and it's automatically perfect, okay? You have to play with things until you get them the way you like them. I just want a little water on there to make it go on easier. Okay, so what I'm going to do is start with probably maybe we'll do a little sunset. I don't know. Let's see here. I'm going to do a little sunset. For you all are wondering, I have my little tray. People think that they have to have all of the perfect supplies You do not. This tray was probably $2 or $3 at Michael's. And then you know there's always a coupon. You know that? If y'all know that, let me put you on. There is always a coupon. Okay, so just I'm gonna blend in some more colors. I'm gonna put some more water on that. All right, so what I wanted to do, just like a free-flowing exercise live, was just to show you that there's a benefit in just letting your mind flow. I talk a lot about on my blog about the benefits of creativity. One is just a good release. Like, you just come home and dump at the end of the night. And I like these while I'm talking about creativity. I hope you all can see this, that it has these variegations that I'm doing with the brush. You know, the sky's not always perfect. So you do these, you can come home and just dump. You know, you don't have to worry about life. You can just craft, and everything that you dealt with earlier in the day no longer matters. Brush cleaner. That's one benefit of crafting. Secondly, it helps you be creative in other areas of your life. So, you know, when you do free crafting, like free craft time like this. So now I'm taking some watered down orange. Just kind of pull that in there a little bit. I have no plan. I have no idea what this is going to come out like. This is trash. We will both together know, okay, we won't do that one again. But anyway, you have the opportunity to, when you're crafting, your mind thinks of alternatives and it thinks of different ideas to do. And it opens your mind to different possibilities. And that will start to overflow in different areas of your life. You'll start to see, people think I'm just talking, but it's true. You'll start to see creativity show up more in at work, with your kids, you know, in your relationship, because you have strengthened that muscle. It's just like any other muscle. You know, you have to, because I like the yellow more, I'm going back in with a little yellow. Mind you, remember I said I don't have any, like, definite anything. Okay, yeah, you'll start to see, you're strengthening that muscle. You are kind of, like any other muscle. Like if you want your arms to be strong, you do arm workouts. If you want your, you know, your mind to be strong, I know people have those apps and stuff to keep their minds active. Same kind of thing with your creativity. When you flex that muscle. All right, so what I do while I'm talking, put a little red. Also, maybe I do love painting. I love the dirtiness of it. I don't know. All right, the red, I got a little red on the tip, and I'm gonna dip it in the wet orange. We'll see. Ooh, it's kind of cool. So maybe this is a sunset time. Anyway, you'll start to see that muscle being flexed in other areas of your life. And I'm not just talking as real. I mean, this like actuality, what has really happened in my life. You'll start to say, oh, wait a minute. That didn't happen, but this happened. Maybe there's a different way, you know. Maybe there's a way to come back from that. Or maybe you'll start finding, it will start making a difference in your life. All right, just get a little bit of the edges there. I don't know, what y'all think? Is that good enough? All right, just a little free flow. Free flow and creativity. Only God knows what's going to end up. All right, so we are going to let that dry for just a bit, and I'll be back. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Okay, so my first layer is pretty much dry. And I told you I didn't have a plan. First of all, if you're just coming in, welcome. I'm a Purple Craft Diva. My name is Angie. I go by the Purple Craft Diva. And I'm just doing some free flow creativity today. I have really no plan. We're just gonna see how it goes. So initially I was thinking in my mind we were gonna do like a sunset, maybe, or a sky with some wilting flowers. That's what I was thinking. But as I started, playing around with the sky, I was like, man, it looks like that African safari picture that that people see. So I'm gonna try that. I've never done that before. Let's see. Let's see what I got. So I kind of got the sky from the last thing before I let it dry. I just added a little more red and just did a quick swoosh over the whole thing. All right, so now I want to make the sun. And I got white with a little yellow in it on my brush. So it's interesting. We'll see how this comes. This may be a mess. Like I said, I'm not an artist per se. I just like to do creative things. And I remember I took a class once and they taught you how to paint a perfect circle. Perfect schmurfy. Perfection is for suckers. No. At least I laugh at my own jokes. All right. So we got a little sun here. And I want to add just a little more yellow on the outer rim. This might be a bad decision. We'll see. Probably have to make it bigger. Yep, definitely have to make it bigger now that I messed up. Interessante. Okay. So it's not a perfect circle by any means. I keep making it bigger. My mind must want to make it bigger. Some more paint on my brush. So, you all can put down in the comments, what do you wish you knew how to do better? So clearly, I wish I knew how to paint better. What's something you all wish you knew how to do better? Do you wish you know how to sew better? Do you want to... I just want to get variations because the sun is never, and this would be it going down, so it's not going to be perfect. I don't know, I'm kind of liking it. A little more white in the middle. All right, yeah, what do you wish you want to know how to sew better? Do you want to know how to crochet? My grandmother told me how to crochet years and years and years ago. I don't remember by myself, but I bet you if I had to, I would remember. I would be able to do something basic. Okay, so I want to make a little shadow of the sun. So I'm going to take that white with a little yellow and I'm going to dip it in my little wash here just because I just want a little hint. We'll see if it works. Let's see. Just do like a little... I love it. I feel like the sun needs to be bigger. It's gonna have that big of a shadow. All right. Okay, that's kind of cool. I'll put a little more in here just for occupancy's sake. Let's see here. What else do I wish I knew how to do better? Yeah, definitely painting because I'm not a painter. I can sew for sure. I mean, I used to make my own clothes. But I will have to say I kind of did things Angie's way at the end of sewing because I hate finishing. It is so boring to finish up seams and to hem and, you know, and finish the zipper. Oh, that is just like mind boggling to me. I just hate it. So this area you see here, I don't like. I'm just going back in with some of the yellow and fixing it. Okay. I don't love that. Okay. All right. Well, we got a sun. Okay, now I want to take the black, and I'm a little nervous because black, one, is really hard to get out. So once I do this, honey, this black gonna be on here. So here we go with the black. Here we go with the black. I'm just prepping my brush because I was noticing my brush was getting a little stiff. And like I've already told you, these are definitely not quality brushes. These are old ghetto brushes I've used way too many times. Okay, here we go. No turning back. It's black. Do y'all kind of see what I'm talking about with the African safari thing now? Makes you think of Lion King. All right, so put it in the comments. What else do you wish you were good at? I probably should let that dry a little bit. Yeah, I wish I would have kept up with a crocheting. I wish I knew how to do more finishings on sewing, because I get lazy at the end, so I need to know techniques. Okay, so now I want to make just some little like twigs maybe with the black, and I'm gonna get another brush for that. Let's get this little thin tip point brush. I also don't like to use different brushes because I don't like to use black paint on a lot of different brushes because it's hard to get out. Okay, I'm not loving this. It's not really what I had in mind, but it's what's coming, so. Okay, so sewing, I wish I knew how to do a little more. I know how to sew. Like I said, I can sew full outfits. But I wish I was more of a seamstress. I have friends who are seamstress, and it always amazes me. We as crafters, just in general, are cool people. Creatives are just cool people. All right, so and the next thing in this would probably be to make that tree. And I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a little scared. I'm going to make like that, I don't know what it's called, a bonsai tree or some kind of tree. And, what brush will I use for that? Let's try this one. We'll see. We shall see. Put a little water on my brush. All right, here I go. I'm scared. A little tree. I am not good at this, guys. That's why it's called free flowing creativity. Let's make it good and tall. So I want it to look old, like it's been there forever and a day. And then we're going to take little bitty, I'm going to get another brush for that. Ooh, a point brush, which was a little crunchy. Did y'all hear that? All right, just get my point. I'll take just a little paint. Y'all see that? A little paint. It's probably a little more paint than I want on there. And I'm gonna try and make some branches. Pray for me, guys. Oh, not so bad, Angie. Okay, so I'm feeling what maybe some of you all feel when I do projects that I'm comfortable with. I'm like, oh, it's no big deal. Just create. Okay, so this right here is just a bit stressful. So this is what you all are feeling when I'm like, oh, just do it. And then let's put some vines down this way. A couple of vines. And let's do a big, long, curvy one. Why not? Let's curve one of these because these look too much alike. I really just want to encourage people to go with it. You know, this little piece of canvas costs probably $2. With all the paint together, it's probably less than $10, which you can use over and over and over again. So, I mean, how much really are you wasting if this doesn't come out right? You know, you got to flex your muscle a little bit, and right now it's looking a little scary mountain. And I've learned from other crafts that less is more. Because I'm going to stop with that. We're going to add some trees to this. And I think I'm going to get my main brush back out. Get it all cleaned off. But I want a rough. I need it to be kind of a rough tip. Okay, so in the paint we go. And because I'm a little nervous, I'm going to try it out on my thing first. Nope, I don't like that. Nopers. Alright, I got another brush. We'll try this one. I don't like to put black on this brush because it's a white tip brush. And as I've told you before, black is a little hard to get out. But, okay. Okay, well that's not so bad. Okay. So just tapping straight up and coming down off of it is what I want to do. All right, here we go. Here we go. Can you all see this on the camera? Okay, good. I have never done this ever in my whole life. It's a little nerve-wracking. It's also a little fun. Fun being a relative word. All right, hopefully you are hanging with me and either gonna watch me make a disaster or something that's kind of cool. Right now we're on the borderline. My things are just a little too straight for me. Okay. I probably should let this dry first, but I'm a rule breaker. I'm not loving it, but I'm doing it. Doing it and doing it and doing it well. Definitely not doing it well, but I'm doing it and I'm not afraid. Okay. All right. So this is not the greatest. but I did it. And I'm proud of myself for trying. Let me just try and round it out a little more. It's just so... I probably got the wrong brush. Alright, so what is kind of cool about this is that it's kind of like when you go to those painting classes and they're walking you through it. But I don't know, maybe it's the creative in me when I go to those paint classes. I'm like, let me free. Let me do my own thing. So that's kind of what I'm doing now. All right, before I jack it up anymore, let's stop with that. Now, normally these would have some, like an elephant right here or like a giraffe. And I mean, how many times already today have I said that I am not, with a capital N, an artist. And I'm sensitive about my, no, just joking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this dry. And then tomorrow we will come back and I'm going to give me a little stencil. Okay. And then we'll add an elephant because elephants are my thing. All right. So I do want to add a few of these little like birds. Once again, I got my pointy tip. You all are learning with me today. This is kind of fun. I'll have to do this more often. Okay, just little V's. Little V's. Little birdies. How cute are they? Let's put one in the, well, it'd probably die if it was in the sun. Okay. Got little birdies. I want to put a little white in them just to give them another layer. Maybe in some. Give them another little layer. Then I'm going to come down here with my point and see if I can get a little more definition. Oh, you know what may give me definition? That straight point that I tried to use for the tree leaves. Now that might get me a definition that I'm looking for down here on the trees. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. It did. Let's kind of smooth it out down here. Wow. Look at that. Okay. Not go overboard here. Kind of smooth this out. Awesome. All right, so I'm going to go back in with one last thing before we quit for today. And just add a little texture. So when it dries, that it will have a little texture to it on this tree here. It may show up, it may not, but that's what we're here to do. Try new things. Maybe it will give it like a little bark feel. And then smooth everything else out so that it's distinct. All right. I could use a little more of that. Now this is a big no-no. You should never put paint directly onto your canvas. Because you don't know what kind of state that paint's gonna come out. All right. Got a little texture on the tree. And I keep saying, okay, last thing I'm doing, no. I just want to add a little more definition into this sunset, since I have decided to make it that sunset, and that black is still on my paintbrush. All right, the wonders of paint. Just come back in here. There's just a little more darkness in the sky. Just a little more. And this is why you do the sky first, because now I'm having to paint around my objects, which kind of sucks. All right. Day one finished. It's not great, but I had fun. You know, I took an hour of my life, and I'm not worried about the bills. I'm not worried about, you know, what I'm going to have to cook or eat tonight. I don't have any kids, but those of y'all, you wouldn't have to worry about picking, you know, who's picking up the kids, where the kids, blah, 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 blah. Just free creative fun. So we're going to come back tomorrow and add an elephant right here. And I can probably tell you too, if I can find some, we'll probably make it glitter, because the whole world is better with glitter. All right. Thanks for tuning in. This is the Purple Craft Diva. I will see you all tomorrow for elephant time. Bye.